An update. Family of a black 12-year-old boy handcuffed by police suing. Reminding you of the incident?
A kid bringing out his trash to be dumped, and he's getting harassed by the police.
He was taking out his trash, yo.
His dad's coming out to see why they have put his son in handcuffs.
I'm gonna put him in your car.
Well, I've never done anything.
Well,
What did they do?
where are you coming from?
I went in the apartment to throw the trash away in that bin, and I was about to walk back over the street, and he came up and put me in handcuffs.
You walked outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So listen. Okay. We have somebody matching your description that's stole a car. Hang on. Okay. You're okay. We're not gonna hurt you. Once I get the handcuffs off you, I want to tell you, okay? So you remember how I told you had somebody matching the same description? Okay. Unfortunately, you were in the wrong place, wrong time, where he's the same accused, okay? So you match in the same shorts, black juvenile male. That's why you went into cuffs, to make sure that you weren't the person, okay? Now that we don't know, okay, we're going to release you to dad. We apologize that you had a bad experience with us, okay?
She's lovely. Okay, I want to talk first about this lovely female cop talking in her mom voice. That's how I talk to kids. Okay, I have to turn up the heat because my daughter won't do what I ask her to do third, fourth time, and now I'm a bully because I had to raise my voice. Anyway, she was quite comforting. Okay, and she explained the wrong place, wrong time. What she left out was that, well, it's because you're black, son. And I wish she would have just been honest with him. You're black, and so when we see you, you're a suspect. This is in Michigan. Magic Johnson, Lansing, Michigan. That's where he's from. Come home, Magic, and save your people in your hometown. They need you. 12-year-old Tashawn Bernard taking out the trash. First offense. He was surrounded suddenly by several Lansing cops. He was handcuffed and accused of matching the description of another black adult male suspect of stealing cars. An update, the family is now suing. That's what I would do. Grand theft, and then I think I could take out the trash now, even though I was just fleeing with the stolen vehicle. 12-year-old, again, black boy. Of course, black boys are never really boys, they're adults. Let's give you the recap. Incident took place August 10th, 2023, after police confronted the real suspect they had been looking for, but he ran away from them, prompting a chase. Several cops, several patrol cars. Now, was the real suspect wearing neon green shorts? Just curious. That was a hell of a coincidence. But there's more. Police blurred the man's face for the body cam videos, but we can see he was wearing similar colored shirts. Well, that answered my question. That's a hell of a coincidence still, though. Tashawn Bernard was also wearing these neon pants, but also a white t-shirt. Thank you, Atlanta Black Star. 20 minutes later, Lansing police officer Damon Culver came across Tashawn Bernard, who had just placed a garbage bag in a dumpster in the parking lot of the apartment complex where he lives with his family. Culver pulled out his gun and ordered the boy to place his hands behind his back, handcuffed him. Then Lansing police officer Stacy Myers arrived and placed the handcuffed boy in the back of the patrol car. She's the one with the motherly voice. These are the cops listed as defendants in the lawsuit. Culver pulled out his gun, ordered him to place his hands behind his back, handcuffed him. Lansing police officer Stacy Myers arrived and placed the handcuffed boy, as we said, in the back of the patrol car. What did I do? The boy asked, while crying as he was being led in handcuffs to the back of the patrol car. I'm not even sure you need to handcuff him at that point. You've identified he has no weapon. the trash bag. Let's bring it on down and see what's going on here. I know we all look alike, but lawsuit points out handcuffing the boy was a clear violation of department policy and how to detain children younger than 13 years of age, which states the following: handcuffing of youths under the age of 13 requires approval from LPD 61 command unless there are exceptional and exigent circumstances directly related to 62 officers or youth safety. If there's a court order or there are other circumstances, 63, to be considered based upon clearance of a supervisor. Now, this is the part where they're going to tell you he looks like a full-grown man, an escapee, a fugitive. FBI's most wanted. Now, as the chief of police, here's this statement: I want to apologize that this incident had such an effect on this young man and his family, said former Chief SUED. Lansing Mayor Andy Shore also issued a statement with an apology. The Lansing Police Department made a mistake in detaining the wrong person during a vehicle theft investigation, he said. The young man was wearing the exact same clothing as the suspect. However, it was quickly confirmed he was not the suspect in question and he was released. I join Chief SUED in offering my apologies to the young man and his family. Well, that's nice. When it happened, I was really shocked and frightened about the situation and how it happened, Tashawn Bernard said in an interview. It aired on Good Morning America less than a week after the incident. But the boy's father told CNN he would not accept the apology. I will never accept an apology, Michael Bernard said. Lawsuit filed by the Michigan-based law firm Rule Law PLLC accuses the two officers who detained him of unreasonable search and seizure, false arrest, negligence, assault, and battery, excessive force. Also listed as defendants are the city of Lansing, former police chief, Elliot Sosby, accusing them of inadequate training, especially when it comes to Black kids, and especially because they suspect they were looking for was a grown man. Yeah, apology not accepted. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mr. Bernard. Your son is valuable too. Your son means something. Your son is promised, and your son is forever changed because of two numbnuts on the force. They're kind of dippy. I don't know what happened with the real suspect and how he slipped through their grips. I read your description that there was patrol car after patrol car. You see it in the movies, but somehow this guy got away. Never mind that. What should happen next?
What should happen is such a pipe dream, I think, probably at this point. I think you said it very well that this kid is forever changed. This is like a core memory, and there is a level of trauma there. The fact that they pulled a gun on him, it's absurd. And you, in addition to that, you have again this kind of just really paint by numbers statement from the police department of, oh, hey, sorry, that happened. And you also right now have Trump, who is talking about, at least in Washington, D.C., trying 14-year-olds as adults. And so when you start blurring those lines, I think more of this type of stuff is going to happen. So my heart goes out to that kid because he didn't need to experience that. And I think it's going to be something that he carries for a really long time.
Yeah. So Trump hasn't learned his lesson, as you mentioned, still, the exonerated Central Park 5-1 now serving proudly in government, okay? But he still does not want to allow due process or the same rights to people who look different than him. And it sucks.
Yep.
It really sucks. And I think you're right, too, about this benign statement from the chief and the mayor. What's so wrong? Look, things happen, accidents, horrific things. People do dumb things. Sometimes they're your employees. What's so hard about saying, yo, I'm appalled. I don't know how this happened, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to gather up because this kind of thing cannot happen. We cannot destroy young lives. I don't know who I would be today if I had faced something like that.
Right. And say what actually happened. I think if you're in an argument with a friend, just to dumb this down as much as possible. If you're in an argument with a friend and, they do something wrong and they just go, oh, sorry. It very rarely goes over well. Name what you did, be specific about it and own it. And don't just go, oh, hey, sorry. You had a bad day. Because I don't think that's going to cut it.
I don't either. I once asked my daughter, like, well, but what are you sorry for? She actually said, because I got caught and now I'm in trouble. Okay.
Is that
And
the
she was
Postmates
honest,
bill?
but yeah. Right. And I know that I tend to go off on tangents and forget what I was talking about. So one time I called myself Sharon Weed instead of Sharon Reed on the air. It was early in my career. But I mentioned Magic Johnson, okay, because people think he was just born with that smile. It's a beautiful smile. But he knew, and his family instilled in him, that when you're a big black kid, you better be smiling all the time, okay? In this state, Senator Raphael Warnock had to carry around a beagle. It was a very cute puppy in the campaign ads. Why did they do that? Because he's not a scary black man. Could be your senator. And it worked. So I don't know what they have to do, but the wrong people are in charge to do it. That I do know.